me not you. People, 100% people. Garbage pile up the day. People, give the teacher them pay. People, I see corruption people. Mash down the people them out. People, every day appear arms out. People, appear money them a thief. People, and them a sell out the beach. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy candle, we can't buy time. You can't for me again. Can't for me again. You can't for me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch a blind and a resort to crime. You can't for me again. Come me say big up all the charities and all of the giver. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The hundred the promises none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth and rough and they go in a river. Member pool money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell go mash up people start and people them swell. What they treat the market man. What them a treat the cat man. What they treat the peanut man. What them a treat the dirt man. What them a treat the son man. What them a treat policeman. How them a treat soldier man.
Boom! I mean, I say a couple to the flex they represent for Wayne Global TV. So I say, you know the code in the Wayne Global TV is what fully blessed on 90 days. So I say, yeah man, to the fullest. Yeah man, make sure them log in to Wayne Global TV. So I say, check it out. So I say, one cup of flex. So I say, Wayne Global. When you watch you know, film a plan up and a try if you put them on it and we head. But man, I live too long, them want Wayne Global fitted. To him juggle so smooth that them want him life for dread. I through the bank, I like the break, but we ain't all about the bread. We open up in the ears and no listen when we said, cause we lyrics them so smooth like the linen on the bed. Them want with a fall, we living on the edge, I must say true, make this them. We ain't Global TV, we are 90, and 90. Who Jaja bless, say no man can curse. Give me the Range Rover, uno drive yours. Boom! We in Global TV to the fullest one cup of excellence. See me?
Listen, go look to 10 o'clock. What time is it? You let people business on. Oh God Almighty. And I mean.
Yes, Jamaica, good evening and welcome to Drive Time London. Time for Jamaica left people business alone. Not that you shouldn't assist your neighbor, but you should not aggress them unnecessarily and needlessly, especially if it's to the benefit of another. Good evening. Welcome to Global Television. Thank you for joining us and welcome to another Drive Time London, Lunchtime Global. Call RJ Marks this evening. I'm here to advise a bucket of rocks. Because if you measure a bucket of rocks with RJ Marks, you would probably have a bit more wisdom coming out of a bucket of rocks than you would get out of RJ Marks. Good evening, and welcome to Me and My Coffee. But I'm not going to have to long because I don't know where I have to go search and prod and poke to see what go on in this space for later. But good evening to those on the X, to those on the Twitch, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Good evening and welcome to this another Drive Time London, Lunchtime Global. Like and share the live, please. If you have not tapped the live like button yet, please do support the program by tapping the like button, please. Share it to your WhatsApp group, to your friends and family, and tell them, come and let's advise RJ Marks. Good evening to my family members. Good evening to my community of parity. Good evening to my moderators, my members, my subscribers and followers and supporters and viewers, well-wishers. Good evening and welcome. Natalia Freeman, good evening and welcome. Stacy, good evening. Jason Kane, good evening. Debbie Jervis with her membership, good evening and welcome. Sunshine, good evening and welcome. Good evening to Patricia Matthews, good evening and welcome. Good evening to Lilith Foster, good evening and welcome. Good evening, Jason Kane. Michelle Lewis Wilson, God's gift, good evening and welcome. Anne-Marie Samuels, good evening and welcome. Good evening to Abina Sadoki, good evening and welcome. Good evening to Rosie D, good evening. Norma Ferguson, good evening to Michelle Gordon. Good evening, the Easy Jerk World, good evening and welcome, manners and respect, bro. Good evening all and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. I want to quickly look at something. Right. This is saying, you remember that video? Now we know it's from Westmoreland. That viral video last week, where one can define it as police brutality, needless of the charges, until we understand or until we have the investigators who would investigate issues to do with the police come and give us the facts, then we're just going to see it as wanton police abuse. Something which is regular, it's quite regular in our neck of the woods by the very approach from our police officers. Some of us would remember these two young police officers just about a month ago.
Approach now, different approach now, straight up. Different approach.
They're bound to deal with it better. Only can deal with it better. Oh, let go of man neck. Let go of man neck.
Yeah, man, yeah, we are taking this. Come out of the vehicle. Come out of the vehicle, yeah, no. Tell me, I tell you, a different way. Huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, that alright. Come out of the vehicle. Step from the vehicle. No. Alright.
So now, we're not doing so, brother. We're not doing so, brother.
Ah, man, I saw these things, man. Yeah.
Man don't do them no more than the man say go look for gunman and thief.
I thought me say go look for gunman and thief. We're not doing so.
Yeah.
Watch out. Listen, that's why I never vote for Andrew Wallace again. Because be a fuckery you not go with. Be a fuckery because I don't know what kind of law this. A man not say nothing. A man not say nothing to no one kill off a man. The man not say nothing wrong. Go look for gunman and thief. And you don't tell him man so to take out in driver's license. You get him goony paper everything and arrest him and deal with him so. Understand to deal with people. Not deal with people, sir. And mostly young police them do that. Mostly young police them. I said that my father. No. Me not know why. The man only tell him to go look for gunman and thief.
Yo, faster, man.
You see them?
Faster, man.
No.
Officer, morning.
Yeah, man.
I got no and thief in time to go look for. He only time to go look for gunman and thief.
What is it?
Big man, look how now the man could have been on a father. For the father, the man could have been on a father. And look how now do the man. Us man and us look at that if he can take care of his family them and him pitney. Look how now do the man. A wickedness that. Wicked him and all the say. there. Go look for gunman and thief and the brown one. Grab on pan in key. Because take out in key.
And
the man hang on
dry
pan in key. And the man hang on pan the man. The man not do not know. Nothing the man not do. Not know. Nothing the man not do. The man could have been a father. Young. Me not access to them young. Them police are young. I bear them things the young police them go on with. Bear them fooling each of them go on with. And now I got charge a man for fooling each and a uno wrong. And a uno wrong. That them wrong. Them wrong. Cause me have a video and I can put it out. And you always not run this system you good. Him not run it good.
Use your phone against them. How do we know the situation we saw in Westmoreland wasn't a similar trigger point unless the JCF is going to investigate and give us the information rather than charging the people to make it look like, or even if they're wrong, we want to know, JCF, that they are wrong. Otherwise, we're just going to put it down. Kate M., good evening and welcome. We're just going to put it down to corruption and wanton police brutality and over heavy-handed tactics. If we don't know otherwise, if we don't know what the trigger point was, who was wrong, did the police approach him manually and he went on a tantrum, or did the police approach him in a similar way, which we see this taxi driver was approached, abused, and arrested? So we now go believe that because we not charge them, they are in the wrong. Because one of the first thing police do when them in the wrong, and them have to find a way to get themselves out. Them charge you for breach of the peace. Them charge you for obstructing police. Them charge you for disorderly conduct. And all of the little public disorder. What they can slap on you because them know say them never follow the correct process. And therefore, for cover them back, them have to make sure say you in the wrong. So no, we want to see what the escalation point in that very issue was. So that's why I wanted was to put context to it with the approach of the police. In passing, Jamaican young men, them say for telling us say, Raymond, good evening and welcome. Yvonne Green, good evening and welcome. Them say for telling us say, if we want to have children, we have to stop use bleaching cream. Because they say bleaching cream is the new birth control by stealth. Bleaching cream is the new birth control by the back door. So if you want to not have children, these researchers are saying, all the articles are in the description area where you can read them yourself. But them said the bleaching cream, and they're more targeting young men in this article. So all on a young man will want to turn brown and pretty. You're swapping out your children to brown and prettiness. It's your choice. But in case you don't read the articles in the paper, Jason Kane, good evening. And that them I say, me not scientist, me not know if it goes up or not. Amazing Grace, good evening and welcome. Me can't look upon data because them are going to show me in a number, but me just I'm going to know what them say. I just news carrying. 31 murder last week according to last statistics published yesterday by JCF. Last week, I did 19 people, but you know, the government's been pushing the agenda ever since there. Oh, crime is down, and then pick and choose where it is down and how it is done. Are you underreported in order to aid your statistics? Could you be underreported in order to aid your statistics? Come to them, the article not the thingy there. Come to them, the amount of about 20 people less, we would have 20 or 28 people less, we would have dead this year, this time this year, as of yesterday, no, as of the 15th when the publishing was done, compared to this time last year. And they are saying crime is down. But are you underreporting though? Are you reporting the crime statistics correctly? But then again, if that, let me quickly go to the article. If that reporting was done on the 15th or when, it wouldn't be an accurate reporting as put out yesterday, would it be? Let me quickly look. Which one? Hold on there. I know that. Yes, this one. Let me quickly go into the article. Go to the conundrum of the numbers. Come and tell them so then we'll do it deliberately with numbers. Because them know it will confuse me. But hold on. I want that something in my face, man. I hate when they do this. The Gleaner always want people. I mean, me not doing it, Gleaner. Hold up, man. They want me to pay for read it, and I'm not. They know that I don't do those things. I want to get the correct numbers for you. Because these people love to confuse with literally. Let me open it in this. Okay. The country murder toll now stands at 223 at the 16th of March. The 16th of March. So that was Friday. That would have done. That would have been done. That's all? Friday. No, Saturday the 16th. At the 16th of March last year, the country recorded 252 murders. This represents a 29 less murder this year compared to last year in the first 2.5 months. They're saying that in the first 2.5 months last year, O'Neill Gale, good evening and welcome. In the first 2.5 months last year, 252 people were murdered. And they're saying the time equivalence this year, the first 2.5 months, 223 people have been murdered. Are you underreporting is the question. The question is, are you underreporting? We hold Westmoreland Agwan was worse than Haiti. So the question is, yes, 29 less than last year. 1 too bloody many. 1 is too much. 1 is too much. We're not in a war zone. I wonder how much people died in Haiti. Could somebody try to find that statistics? How much people died in Haiti over the last 2 weeks? Because if we were to put last week, they said last weekend they told us 19 people died over that weekend period. And then 31 last week. Can somebody check for me if you don't, if you can't find it now? Help me to find, because I don't like do anything with number. Help me to find the death toll in Haiti for the last 2 weeks, or even say in the last 2 months. Does anyone know what the death toll in Haiti is over the last 2 months? Our country, which there isn't a war going, our country, who is going to solve the crisis in Haiti, our country, if they're going for humanitarian purposes, we don't know how it would work. Because you can't fix on a road at home, you can't fix on a water, you can't fix on a hospital, you can't fix on an educational system. We don't plant nothing anymore. We wait for China or the other country them say import it to it. So what would be the humanitarian relief that Jamaica is extending to Haiti, going into Haiti, Liberate Pierce? Good evening and welcome. Patricia Matthews, how are you? How much the state of Jamaica is pumping into Haiti monetary wise? We're not talking about what the US had give you. We're talking about what UNO I put out of the Jamaican purse. And for what purpose? Would that be military aid, or would it be social aid? The different services from food and but how we give medicine and we don't have band-aid, injection, pill, extra. We need for advice, Audrey Marks. Quid pro quo, Audrey Marks. Something for something. Otherwise, you're a prostitute. No, but prostitute get something for something. Veteran, how you know? Free agent, you would be Audrey Marks. Because he said, Audrey Marks is saying to us, oh, we've got a meeting going on between us and the Americans because we're trying to have the no revise your travel plan, rethink your travel plan, rescinded. Now, the level 3 travel plan that they're in Hissifit over, it is not the first we're having a level 3 plan. We've been at level 3 since 2003. I don't remember it. I think it is revised every 6 months. But I know last year there was a level 3 put out on Jamaica as well. Canada also did put out advisory then as well. We never hear anybody jumping and cahootsing over the level 3 advisory. It happened in 2023. Go back and pull it. Nobody never have a problem with that. What is the problem with this same revised level 3 advisory? Is the healthcare. The healthcare argument, the healthcare assessment that the US attached to the advisory, denouncing or depleted, in my view, healthcare or what is not there. That sends Jamaica head dizzy, twerking their backside all over the place, wanting a rollback and want everybody to jump on board to assist them and saying to the US, no, this don't go so. So why would I never call we before now? So therefore, Audrey Marks, here how I go now. Here how I go, Audrey Marks. The US are use UNO to further their imperial agenda. The US are use UNO to fend off China out of Jamaica. The US are use UNO to front him pathway for him in order to make sure the US use UNO to hold a foothold in a Haiti for UNO self before China get a presence in a Haiti, because Haiti is not beholden to all of these systems where UNO sign up to and they can make them decision because they're independent. They're an independently thinking nation. So you're all willing to further, according to writers, Haiti death toll doubled to 5,000 in 1 year, January 2023 to 2024. Hold on. Port-au-Prince writers, the number of people reported killed as Haiti faced worsened conflict. Oh. Okay, there's a talk rise over the last few weeks, months or so, is it not? But given how Jamaica is going, and we haven't got a war, most definite numbers reporting all. One have to do is the Papa News link. Every day he's reporting at least last two. Okay. So here what it is, Miss Marks. The US is using you to further their agenda in Haiti. So as a part of this negotiation with the US, we only want the US to lift the arm, to lift the advisory. What you need to do is get something for Jamaica out of it in the areas where the US bashing upon. I mean, I got advice on upon the crime area because God help on there. So. But with regards to health care, Miss Marks, beg the US little help. For what I go do for the US? For the bloodshed one I draw Jamaica young men and young women into. Ask the US for something. Beg them few all ambulance. Beg them few all bed. Beg them few all extra MRI and CT scan machine and dialysis machine for boots up with failing healthcare. Gloria Morris, good evening and welcome. Ask for some help for Jamaica. You're taking Jamaica into a war zone under the behest of the US government. They have put a travel advisory out on you, which can have an economic ripple effect. You want it lifted. Ask the US to help you with your health care. The United States went very hard at your health care. The lack of it, the none of it, the slow jogging feet of it. So rather than just be used and abused and be thrown by the wayside, Miss Marks, in this negotiation you're having with the US, ask for something for Jamaica. Don't just go there and give them the nod and wink and say, whatever you want in Haiti, we'll do it. Just lift the thing. No, we want something on the ground. We want something on the ground in Jamaica, Miss Marks. That's how contractual law works. Elo Wentones 2022 on Twitch. Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. So it's about something for something. There are too duns to be able to do that. She too busy trying to get idiot. Hold on there. She's too busy trying to get the idiot people to call, email, and write letter to the U.S. State Department to recheck level 3 advisory. Bug holdouts. How are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. My Twitch viewer, thank you very much. I'm fine, thank you. If this is your first time on global television on the Twitch, please follow Twitch so you get our notification once we go live. Thank you very much for your presence here this evening. But back to Miss Marks. Miss Audrey Marks, in her negotiation with the U.S. State Department, should want to get something out of Jamaica for it, because the U.S. is not happy with two things in our country: the escalating crime problem and the depleting health care. The depleting health care. So when you go to this negotiation, what you need to do is to ask the U.S. to help bolster the Jamaica healthcare system in order, because they must go on tons and tons of money to go and interfere in an independent country. But I want to just quickly play for you why this war is going to, this situation is going to escalate. Monica Hawthorne, good evening and welcome. Why this situation is going to escalate and leave a very nasty situation for Jamaica is the way they're all going about it. This was their summing up at their high-level meeting in Jamaica the other day. And just take a quick listen and look at the people who are excluded from anything to do with this new government they are conjuring up in Haiti. Eloquent, I'm fine. Thank you very much. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. I'm fine. Thank you. If it's your first time here, we broadcast 3 times for the day. Our first broadcast is at 12 noon UK time, and that is 7 a.m. Eastern time. And again at 6 p.m. Again at 6. I'm confused. 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. That is the Drive Time London show, which is the show we're doing now. And the final show is the People's Point of View, which is 11 p.m. UK time and 6 p.m. Eastern time. So those are the time. Generally, how long do you stream on Twitch? 3 times per day, and each show goes up to an hour and a half. Yes. So let's listen to the people who are excluded from the new Haitian Council of Presidency. They're conjuring up to take control.
Partners: Brazil, Canada, France, Mexico, United Nations, and the United States of America, to discuss the multidimensional crisis in Haiti. This meeting followed a series of discussions over a period of time, including those facilitated by the Eminent Persons Group, which engaged a wide range of actors, including Haitian politicians, political parties, the religious community, private sector, the diaspora, and civil society. We are pleased to announce the commitment to a transitional governance arrangement which paves the way for a peaceful transition of power, continuity of governance, an action plan for near-term security, and the road to free and fair elections. It further seeks to assure that Haiti will be governed by the rule of law. This commitment reflects hard compromises among a diverse coalition of actors who have put their country above all differences. To that end, we acknowledge the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry upon the establishment of a transitional presidential council and the naming of an interim prime minister. I want to pause and thank Prime Minister Henry for his service to Haiti, his service to the Haitian people, and for his personal commitment for the furtherance of the development of Haiti and the advancement of the people of Haiti. And I ask us to give him an applause. And the following is agreed: the creation of a transitional presidential council comprised of 7 voting members and 2 non-voting observers. The 7 voting members will comprise 1 representative from each of the following groups: Collective, December 21st, EDE/Red, Lavalas, Montana, Petit Desalegn, and the private sector. The non-voting members will be represented by 1 member from civil society and 1 member of the interfaith community. The council will exercise specified presidential authorities during the transition, operating by majority vote. The exclusion from the transitional presidential council
Listen carefully now.
Anyone who is currently on a charge, indictment, or has been convicted in any jurisdiction. Anyone who is under UN sanction. Anyone who intends to run in the next election in Haiti. Anyone who opposes the UN Security Council Resolution 2699. The Transitional Presidential Council will swiftly select and appoint an interim prime minister. The Transitional Presidential Council will, together with the interim prime minister, appoint an inclusive council of ministers. The Transitional Presidential Council will hold the relevant and possible powers of the Haitian presidency during the transition period until an elected government is established. The Transitional Presidential Council will undertake the following: appoint an inclusive council of ministers, co-sign the orders, decrees, and to sign off on the agenda of the council of ministers, set the essential criteria for the selection of an impartial provisional electoral council, and establish the provisional electoral council.
This US-led council is a recipe for bloodshed and disaster. Unless barbecue is involved in this, nothing will happen, and they will not be able to control Haiti. They will not. They cannot. None of these people who are going there, especially the weak, pusillanimous Jamaicans, do not understand what fighting for a cause, fighting in the spirit, fighting for land mean. Jamaicans don't understand them something there. It would be the only set of people in Jamaica that would understand that is the Maroons. It would be the Maroons. This council set up by the United States is a recipe for disaster. And your children, Jamaicans, your children are being drawn into this bloodshed. So my advice to you, Audrey Marks, something for something, quid pro quo. Something for something. You can't carry blood, go dash whistle. But will they ever be able to intervene in Haiti? But let me ask you a question. how much men are coming. And when Haiti call them, when Haiti do away with them and send them back to you in a body bag, if you get back some of them body, how much more for young men and young women you're going to continue to commit until the United States achieve their aim and agenda in Haiti? Ella, went to answer your question, a bit of both. I stream professionally and it's also a hobby for me based on my social justice passion. So it is a bit of both. Rowan Williams, good evening and welcome. Colleen Jones, good evening. Good evening, Georgia Dennis. Good evening and welcome. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, thank you. Good evening, all, and welcome. So, if you have joined late, I just want to advise our remarks this evening. Elaine Turner, good evening and welcome. I just want to advise our remarks. Get something out of it for Jamaica. Get something out of it for Jamaica. Because if you want the US to rescind, the crime situation is not going down. Just look down where in Westmoreland. Just look on what is happening in Westmoreland only. Look on Westmoreland, and you are going to Haiti to solve that problem. Given that, up to where the Dr. Chang tell we say, you might go boost our police force with 2,000 more people. I wonder if them could
different approach now, straight up.
Different approach. I want to go ahead. Send them to Haiti with a different approach, Dr. Chang. Send the different approach gang to Haiti, because I guarantee you, fright will kill them the minute they get there. When them see people like Jamaica people, you can walk up and box them in a them face or draw them out of them camp. Send them. Send your rookie them to Haiti, Dr. Chang. But to you, in closing, Miss Walker, spell out something for something. And remember, the diaspora intervention team is on their way to New York. It will not be too long, Miss Marks. So if you think just promising to do what the US says, Lilith Foster, good evening. When you start focus on Haiti, Jamaica got on Haiti 2.0, and by the time you come back, we may have to go send Nigeria and South Africa to get few police come help with start on out. If a citizen soldiers and police are going to Haiti, and what compensation for the family? Veterans have to ask the assessor. If a citizen, soldiers, or police go Haiti and die, what's the compensation to their family? Because when them dead at Jamaica, he's saying them fully struggle to bury them if them not ever get assistance to bury them. So, what are the plans? What are the posthumous plans? Ministry of Security and Ministry of Defense. Remember, I said these are Horace Chang and Andrew Holness' portfolio, Minister of National Security and Minister of Defense if they're committing your police and your JDF members into war. This is underholdness. Because unless them have a signed document from Haiti, you know, so we invite you in to come assist with. But here how them are going to do this, stitch up and conjure up and brudger up. Now that a FIDEM-led council, them can authorize it through them council to say the agreement is reciprocal. Haiti asks us, and we come to their rescue. You could have it on paper till you're weak. We're going to, if you launch an offensive on Haiti, we are going to see the body bags coming and coming and coming and coming. Thank you very much for being here with us on Global Television this evening. And tell the government to swap Audrey Marks for a bucket of rocks and swap Paula Llewellyn for an eagle. Thank you very much. We will see you later in our later on show this evening. Thank you very much for your company, and we will see you later. If you cannot, be safe, be careful, or if you cannot be careful, be safe. Thank you very much, and good evening. Good evening and welcome. Good evening.